Hey loves, thank you so much for tuning in. I am Talia Renee, spiritual life and business coach, and I help women to stop settling and start creating the life that they deserve. In today's video, we are going to do a general energy reading to discover what or where you're actually giving away your power. So if that interests you, then definitely stay tuned. I have set the intention that this video will find whomever it is meant for, whoever needs to receive the message at this time. Keep in mind that this message is timeless. So whenever you do come across it, this is now the time for you to receive the message. Also, please keep in mind that these messages are general, so not every detail may resonate with you, and that is completely okay. Take what resonates and leave the rest for those who need it. If you would like to dive into your own personal energies, then I highly recommend booking a private one-on-one session with me, and the link for that is going to be in the description below. You'll also want to make sure that you get on my mailing list for all the updates and continued ongoing support. And of course, if you find value in this video and you want to receive more, definitely go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss my next uploads. Okay, so that's it for the intro. We're gonna go ahead and dive right into the messages for today. Where are you giving away your power? And what I want to do is a quick energy check-in, just so that we can confirm that this message is meant for you, so you can tune into the energy and you know that it is meant for you. Okay, so Spirit, please show us who is this message meant for? Where are they currently? What's the current energy, the current vibe? Who are we tuning into today? All right, so the first card we have is the Three of Pentacles. Okay. So you could be working on something or highly focused on some sort of project, maybe some type of collaborative effort with someone or some type of group project, building something with someone. This energy suggests that the focus is on work and on really building something. So you might even be, okay, okay. Yeah, you could be either currently working on something with someone, trying to build something with someone, or maybe waiting for an opportunity to work with someone. Right out of the gate, what this brings up for me is that you are powerful all on your own. So, in terms of where are you giving away your power, if you're someone who is actually waiting for some type of group effort, or for waiting for someone to pitch in, waiting for someone to come help you, waiting for someone to save you, or just waiting on some type of opportunity or something like that, you should know that you are powerful all on your own, and you are capable of building whatever it is that you need to build to whatever point you need to build it on your own. You don't need to wait for anyone. Okay, so that's the first thing that's coming through. You don't need to wait on anyone. Six of Swords. Okay. You could be in a space where you're trying to figure out how to move forward, okay? How to move on, how to release something or someone. and push yourself forward. This feels like something that may be a bit challenging. It's a bit difficult. Um, it's kind of hard. It's just like leaving behind everything to start anew. Where do I go? Where do I begin? Where do I start? Where do I start? Where do I begin? Where am I even going? Okay. This is about leaving behind any old baggage, anything, any emotional baggage, or anything that has been holding you back or holding you down, slowing you down. Okay. But whatever it is that you're holding on to is creating somewhat of a hole in your boat, and it's leaking your energy. It's leaking your power. It's leaking your power because you're giving too much power to it. It's draining you. So if you're in a situation where you feel like you're having a hard time being able to detach yourself from it and be able to, release it, to let it go, to be able to move forward in some way, to be able to move on without it, there's this feeling of reluctance or resistance or hesitation. It is this feeling of not wanting to, but knowing that you need to, knowing that you have to. And it feels like your guides are trying to lead you forward. They're trying to pull you out of that situation and into more clarity, more peace, more. I'm seeing like more stability of some sort, likely more emotional stability. And they're trying to lead you into this space, but it's difficult, it's challenging if you won't let go, if you won't allow yourself to be led into that space. Okay. So, yeah, you just may be in a space of needing to let go of something and needing to move on, move forward. Okay. Let's see, we have the King of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. King of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. All right, so the Eight of Pentacles is the energy of mastery. It's self-mastery, mastering yourself, mastering your craft. It is dedication and hard work. It is the energy of like apprenticeship. It's really working with a very focused energy, a very focused to detail. Giving something your all, repetitive efforts. With the King of Swords being clarity, logic. So somebody's working on something that makes sense. It's like there is wanting to become the best version of yourself in the way that makes the most sense. This is also kind of like setting aside your emotions, setting aside, whatever feelings, and just really focusing on the logical side of things. Creating some form of evidence, or I don't know, I'm seeing like a paper trail. I'm seeing It's like someone's trying to do something where there is like proof or evidence of some form of growth or elevation. Okay. Yeah, because sometimes we can create growth, progress without it really being seen. Some things are more internal rather than external. So, whatever this is, it's like you're trying to create some form of proof or some form of evidence, something that, is tangible that you can see because it makes sense to the logical mind, right? But I also feel like this is someone who is leveling up when it comes to their own intellect and their own understanding. So they're growing in terms of, just becoming more wise and understanding something. This could be a particular topic that you're studying, some, very specific subject or something like that you're studying. Okay. All right. And this person may be feeling as if it's like, not until I get there. So, like, there's something about being maybe a bit insecure or doubtful or something like that on the way, like on the journey to actually getting there, wanting to be the expert first before you get there. And I can definitely see where this would be leaking some power and leaking some energy because you are very powerful right where you are right now. Your experiences make you very powerful. They make your story very powerful. And there are others who are watching you and admiring you, whether from up close or from a distance, regardless of where you are right now. There's always someone who is, a step behind you and needing what you have to offer as a sense of guidance or inspiration or even motivation. So it's like, don't take that lightly because it is valuable and it is important and it is very helpful to someone. Okay. All right. So let's see. Where are you leaking your power or giving your power away? Where are you guys giving your power away? If any of this energy is resonating with you right now, this message is definitely for you. Okay, we have the Knight of Wands. This is very fun and lighthearted energy. Someone who is adventurous and fun right off like the first thing that's coming to me here is not taking the opportunities and not doing the things right, instead of allowing yourself to be in a more free-spirited type of energy. It's like holding on to a certain fear, allowing yourself to hold on to fear and you know uh, maybe conforming in certain ways. Because with the Knight of Wands, this is someone who dances to the beat of their own drum. They do their own thing. They follow their heart and their passion. Um, this is someone who is definitely led by passion and fun and excitement, adventure, and they move in a very fearless type of pattern, like in a very fearless type of way. Like, I'm not gonna let anything get in my way. I'm not gonna let anything stop me, you know. So if there are opportunities that you're not taking, opportunities that you're afraid to take, or, a direction that you're kind of afraid to step in, um, some ways that you might be kind of like holding yourself back, or not taking certain opportunities. This is where you are giving away your power. You're meant to do these things. You are made for these things. Okay. Let's see. Where are you giving your power away? I'm feeling like there are certain opportunities, certain adventures that you are supposed to be really taking advantage of right now that maybe you're just not. And for some of you, like it could be a fear of, doing it on your own, a fear of doing it by yourself, a fear of the unknown as far as like where you're headed and where you're going. You're just not knowing where this path is going to lead. And so it feels like you're holding back in a way. You don't have to wait for anybody. This journey is yours and yours alone. It's meant for you to experience, to embody. Okay. What else? Where's the collective giving their power away? King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. So for some of you, you could be waiting for someone to, again, that energy of waiting for someone to like come in and save you, so to speak. This is someone who is, it's like looking for someone to come and take care of you, to provide security, to provide safety, to provide, with the King of Pentacles, this is someone who is a provider and a protector, someone who definitely gives like I don't know if I want to say a caretaker type of energy, but it's like someone who, this is a masculine energy who takes care of home, he takes care of business. It's like you're waiting for someone to come in and just kind of like swoop in and take care of you type vibe here to make it all better. This is giving away your power. It's suggesting that you can't do it on your own, that you don't have the solutions, you don't have the answers, you don't have the strength, you don't have, you know, the capability or whatever to do it on your own. And you do. You absolutely do. There's no need for you to, be waiting on someone or even holding on to, okay? Because I'm looking at with the Six of Swords and the King of Pentacles here. You could be holding on to a situation that has expired, a situation that has run its course simply out of feeling more secure here. Feeling like, okay, this is my place of safety, my place of security. This person takes care of things, they take care of this, they take care of that, but at what cost, right? Are you really trading all of your power, all of your potential, all of, everything that could be, you know? And this is a really good example when it comes to love, when it comes to relationships. Sometimes people will trade happiness and fulfillment in a relationship because their person pays the bills. Well, he pays the bills. But are you happy here? Are you happy here? And I don't make light of it, but it's like, let's be real. Are you happy here? You know? Um, you're fully capable of paying bills on your own. Not that anybody wants to. I mean, not that anybody wants to. But the reality is, do you really have to trade your power? Do you have to trade your potential and everything that you could have in a healthy and fulfilling relationship, just for someone to continue to keep you secure in that sense? Is it really worth the trade for you? And if it is, hey, but I don't think you would be here if that's the case. I don't think you'd be watching this, receiving this message here, if that was the case for you. Okay. It's just not a fair trade. It's not a fair trade, because who's to say that there's not someone who will do both? Someone who will, be more fulfilling for you in terms of relationship, being more supportive and more loving and more caring, right? Not that you should find your total security in someone else, someone who contributes to that. They make you feel, or they contribute to you feeling more whole within yourself, right? They encourage you to feel and be more whole within yourself. They don't, how do I say this? It's like, this isn't someone who wants you to be dependent on them, okay? Where are you giving your power away? So I'm seeing opportunities that are not being taken out of fear. I'm seeing these feelings of, being secure, or this false idea of being secure and being taken care of, and therefore not making any moves. What else do we have here? That's too many cards. That's too much to unpack at once. Sometimes Spirit likes to throw the whole deck at me. I'm not going for it. All right. The Star and the Sun. Mm. The Star and the Sun. You know, you are a very vibrant energy. Whoever I am picking up on, your energy is like, your aura is very bright, very vibrant. There is a very loving and open, for some of you, like even really generous, like really big hearted. Okay. I'm seeing somebody who is very optimistic. You're like a glass half full all the time kind of person. You're able to see the light in things. You're able to see the light in people even when they don't see it in themselves. You're able to really see the bright side of things. You have a great deal of faith. Okay. This really big, bright energy that you have and the big heart that you have, sometimes people take advantage of this, because it's like you're able to see the good in people, and you lean into that energy even when they are not showing you even when they're not showing you that version of themselves. Even when they are not presenting that version of themselves, that's still the version of them that you see, and that's the version of them that you interact with. That's the version of them that you speak to all the time. And this can sometimes lead you into a space where you're feeling hurt, where you feel misled, where you feel Yeah, where you feel like taken advantage of. I'm just seeing somebody who's just like so open, so open. You have a lot to offer. You have so much to give. But if you don't have boundaries, if you don't protect that energy, people will take advantage of you. You have to be discerning. You have to know when and where and how much. Okay. So, like, these are questions that you have to ask yourself, and you have to pay attention to the energy that is actually being presented to you. The energy itself doesn't lie. People can say whatever the hell they want to say, doesn't make it true, unfortunately. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the way that it works. Not everybody is honest about themselves or about their intentions. So you have to learn how to be discerning of that energy. Pay attention to the energy itself. Your intuition works if you let it. You got to trust it. I feel like you have really big dreams, really big goals, but not really sure where to start with it. So maybe you search for or you seek out help from, like other people. You put it in someone else's hands. You maybe seek someone who might be smarter than you in some way, form, or fashion, right? But this is, you have everything you need. You don't have to rely on anyone else. You don't need anybody to take care of you. You can take care of you. You are safe to explore all on your own. I love this energy though. Like, whoever you are, you just, it's such beautiful energy is what I'm seeing here with the sun and the star. You have a very powerful connection with the divine as well. And maybe sometimes you question that, like you're just not sure of the downloads and the messages that you receive, but you should definitely trust that. This is a big part of your power. And when you don't lean into this or when you ignore it, you're essentially throwing away that power. So, whatever your intuition is telling you, whatever your gut is telling you, you should absolutely trust it when it comes to dealing with other people, when it comes to, situations and opportunities and things like that. If there's opportunities being presented to you, trust what your gut is telling you about it. This is extremely important for you. Okay, let's see, what else do we have here? Hmm, the Eight of Swords. This is also about limiting beliefs, feeling insecure within yourself. These are restrictions of your own making. These are limitations of your own making. Whatever you believe about yourself is true, okay? And this is because you believe yourself more than you believe anyone else. If you believe that you can't do something, you won't. If you believe that you can't have something, you won't. And there's a funny thing that happens within the subconscious as well. When we believe something to be a particular way, then we will sabotage and we do all different types of things, weird shit, to make that true, to make that belief true because we believe ourselves. Okay. And it's not something that happens on a very conscious level. It's something that happens more internally, more, again, more subconscious, where like you will literally sabotage an entire situation because in your mind you have this idea that it just can't be that simple. It can't be that way. It's not that way. This is a lie. This is this is that. So you could have a perfect opportunity, a perfect situation, and completely sabotage it just to make yourself right, just to prove yourself right. Be careful, be mindful of these scenarios, of these situations. Um, it's not serving you. It's not helping you. It's not serving you in any way. You need to know that you are more powerful than you realize. Okay, you are capable of more than you realize, and whatever restrictions you feel, whatever you feel is like holding you, or in whatever ways you feel trapped, it's in your mind only. Okay? Do the thing. Do the thing. If there's something that you feel like you need to do right now, whatever that is, but you feel like there's something holding you, you feel like there's something in your way, something preventing you, like something blocking you, or, something like that, it is only in your mind. Only. The only thing that's going to push you outside of that and to get you beyond that wall is you saying, screw that. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it anyway. Okay? This, for a lot of you, is fear. It's fear. And when I look at, like, when I really think about fear and how that shows up in our lives and how that shows up in terms of really keeping us from being able to move forward towards our goals, towards, our achievements and things like that, it's literally an invisible wall. It doesn't exist. It does not exist unless you allow it to. It's like standing in the middle of a field trying to get across the field, but you can't go anywhere because there's a wall and everybody's standing around looking at you like, what freaking wall? What wall? It's complete open space. Just walk. Just move. Move your feet. That's exactly what I see. All right, let's see. Six of Wands. See, a lot of you are destined for so much greatness. If you are here, if you are watching this, you are destined for greatness. You are destined to be seen, but that is something that scares some of you, is the idea of being seen in that way. The idea of being so, such a big deal. It's like, what do I do with that? That in itself is scary to some people. But you are meant to be recognized. And this tells me too, it's like there's some work that needs to be done. There's something that needs to be investigated within yourself if you're feeling afraid of stepping into that light and stepping into that space, stepping into your purpose and being recognized for the work that you do, because you're meant to be. You're meant to be wildly successful. You're meant to break barriers in all different types of ways. Okay? You're meant to be celebrated. I really do feel like for a lot of you, the biggest thing here is fear. It's different types of fear, like fear of different things, but it's fear at the core of it all. It's just fear. Okay. I'm going to get one more here. Ooh, death and rebirth. Okay. So this is also transformation and transition. It is endings and new beginnings. A lot of you are afraid of letting go because of the unknown, that unknown factor, the unknown element. Where am I stepping into? What am I, what am I moving towards? And also the idea of having to cut ties with whatever was, okay? Whatever was is in the past. And once you move on beyond that, things will never be the same. Life will never be the same, okay? And it's having to accept that. That can be pretty tough. But when one door closes, another one opens. Always. Always, because energy is always shifting. It's always moving. It doesn't stay the same. It doesn't stay stagnant unless you force it to be that way, unless you are blocking the energy. So there's something that needs to change, some changes that need to be made or that need to happen, some things that need to come to a close, chapters that need to come to a close, cycles, patterns that need to end in order to create a new start, a new beginning, a new chapter, in order to really move on. I'm seeing that there are ties that need to be cut. So this energy, people, places, things, what is no longer aligning. Okay, again, that's that heavy ass baggage that people are carrying with this Six of Swords energy here. Okay, look at this suitcase that she's got. Can you see this suitcase she's carrying? How heavy is that thing? What the hell is in there? Okay, what is in there? Leave it. It's just stuff. For some of you, this is actual just like material things. Forget about it. Leave it. It's just stuff. You'll get more stuff. For some of you, this is, relationships and people and, things like that that you're holding on to. But listen, if these people are not meant to go into this next chapter with you, if they are not meant to, if they are not meant to benefit from your blessings, don't deny yourself of your blessings and what is meant for you for the sake of holding on to somebody else who's not meant for it. Easier said than done. I get it. I do. I get it. But baby, no. No, because then you want to know why you're struggling. You want to know why you're frustrated. You want to know why you're stressed out. You want to know why things aren't changing. It's because you won't let go. You won't allow the change to happen. Everything always, it starts and ends with you. Okay? So in all the ways that you may be giving away your power, that you may be leaking your power, this is definitely holding on to energies that no longer belong in your life. This is waiting for others and waiting for permission, waiting for help, waiting for, other energies, okay? You don't need to wait for anything. It's all within you. You possess everything you need. You're smart enough, you're strong enough, you're talented enough, you're skilled enough. You are enough. You have to trust and believe that you deserve more. Trust and believe that your energy is just like so damn powerful. Like, look at this energy. You have the power to shift the world. Like, you have so much power. You have so much power with your intention, with your prayer, with your magic. You just have so much power. You have to stand in that. You have to accept that. You have to trust it, believe it. Stop giving it away. All right, so I want to look at what can we do. Let's see, what time are we at? I want to look at what we need to do to stop giving away this power. I'm going to try this deck here. I'm feeling called this way. If I can get it. This is my everyday enchantment. I love this deck. It's so pretty. I don't use it often though because the cards are so big. I have tried to modify them a little bit. I'm not going to modify them anymore, but they're still huge. All right, so what can we do to stop leaking power, to stop giving away our power? The Knight of Coins. Okay. So this requires dedication. It requires hard work. It means that this is something that you're focused on. You realize that it's going to be a bit of a journey. It's not an overnight process, but you're dedicated to that journey. You're dedicated to the outcome here, to the result. Okay? This is doing the work every single day. This is standing up for yourself every single day and knowing that you and you alone have the ability, you have the skill, you have what you need to make the changes that you need to make in your life. You don't have to rely on anyone else. Look at this person. He's out here washing cars. You don't have to rely on anybody else. You have everything that you need to gain whatever it is that you need to be able to move forward in whatever ways you need. Again, take it as it resonates. This is a general reading. So what is it that you need to do? Okay. What is it that you need to do to where you're not relying on anyone else? I feel like a lot of you have like really big, you know, like a lot of skill, a lot of talent. You have ideas, you have, you know, something, some types of seeds that you're planting. And it's like you have to just keep going and you have to stay focused. You have to be dedicated. This is like in it for the long haul. I don't care how long it takes, don't care how much it takes, but I'm going to get there. It's that type of energy. The Six of Cups. Okay. This has something to do with this has something to do with past energies. Okay. So what's coming through is definitely healing of childhood wounds, whatever it is that makes you feel like you are not worthy, like you're not strong enough, like you're not capable, or you're not deserving. Any of those wounds that need to be not patched, very specifically, not patched, but healed. Okay, no band-aids. Okay, this is about your innocence, your where it all began, where it all started, healing certain memories, certain ideas, certain triggers. Okay, so this sounds like a lot of shadow work. There's shadow work for you, for some of you, that is needed here. Okay, this is a lot. Justice is about fairness and getting what you deserve. Okay. So for some of you, you are waiting on justice, okay? You're waiting for karma to be delivered in certain situations. You're waiting on something to work out in your favor or for something to circle back around because you know that, you know, like that's how you feel it should be. Karma is always being delivered, and it's always being delivered on time, but sometimes it's none of your business. All right. Sometimes it's none of your business. That means that you don't always need to see when karma is delivered to someone or when a situation is balanced out in the way that it is meant to be. It's not always your business to see that. So don't wait around for it. There's like this needing closure. I need to get closure. That is a figment of your imagination. The closure that you need is within yourself. You don't have to wait on anyone else to give you closure in any situation. Okay, this is absolutely leaking your power, giving away your power to someone else. I can't move on with my life until you tell me that it's okay, until you tell me that I can. That's negative. No, we're not doing that at all. Okay, you don't need closure from anyone else. You decide, you know what, I'm closing that door. I'm good on that. Okay, you don't need closure from anybody. You don't need to wait around and see how God handles that situation. Let God do what God does. Okay. Seriously. Because the longer you hold on to that situation, the longer you're stuck there, and the longer you continue to pour more energy into it, you're constantly checking into it, you're looking at social media, you're doing this, you're doing that. Like, you could be doing so many other things, being much more productive, in your own life. What do you need that for? What do you need that for? The 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands. All right. Learn how to say no. Learn how to say no. Okay. This woman here is stressed the hell out. Okay. She has entirely too much on her plate. She is doing the absolute most. She has no time left. Her phone is going off. She's got everything coming at her from one angle to the next angle to this to that, and the coffee is not enough. Okay. The coffee is not doing it. It's not enough, but she is stressed the hell out. Okay. And this is just a matter of just having entirely too much on your plate and not knowing how to say no and not knowing how to pull your energy back. And everybody's expecting something, but you're only one person. You have two hands and 2 feet. That's it. You can only be in one place at one time. That's it. And then by the time it's all said and done, where do you have time for you? Where do you have time for your healing? Where do you have time for your self care, for your mental peace, your emotional peace, and even just your own goals, your own happiness, your own joy, your own satisfaction? Where do you have the time or the space? Because you can't say no to anybody else. Learn to say yes to you, and saying no to other situations that are not necessarily mm, serving you will become a bit easier. When you realize that they're just going to get somebody else to do it, they have one of two options. They can do it themselves or they can get somebody else to do it, but you don't have to save every situation. It's not your responsibility. You are your responsibility. Your sanity is your responsibility. Your mental health, your emotional health, those are your responsibilities, because nobody else can do that for you but you. Nobody else can do that for you. The only person who can do that is you. So you have to step up in that area and you have to learn how to say no. The Six of Coins. I feel like this is along the same lines, very much, within that same energy there. This is the Six of Coins is a very generous energy. It is, it's very generous and it's very giving. But the difference here is that it is about balanced and equal giving and receiving. If you are going to, put yourself out there and you're wanting to help and give and all of the things, make sure that it is mutually beneficial. Make sure that it feels good to you, not just that it's helpful or beneficial to somebody else, but that it's also doing something for you. Even, and I say this a lot with myself. I love helping people. I love being there for people and doing all the things, right? But it's it's absolutely selfish. It really is. It's selfish. Why? Because I definitely get something out of it. I feel good when I see the smiles on people's faces, when I see the burdens relieved, like that sense of relief, instant, when I'm able to help somebody to get through a situation, when I see that breakthrough moment, that aha where everything just clicks. There is this feeling that I get and I live for it. It makes me feel good to be able to help people, but at the same time, I cannot sacrifice myself in order to do it, which means that I have to find better ways to manage my time. I have to find better ways to manage my resources to be able to give more without burning myself out, right? So I'm learning to do YouTube. I'm learning to, create courses and things like that where I can give the information or I can give the help or the assistance one time and allow that to continue to work for me over and over and over and over again. For example, if I do a video, okay, and I am giving certain information and somebody asks me a question, hey, I don't have to go through explaining all of this all over again. Let me send you this link because I've already done that. I've already done it. So it's beneficial, it's helpful to that person, but it's also easier for me. And this is working smarter and not harder. So I'm learning and I'm growing and I'm, but this shit is hard. Getting on can I don't this is hard. It just is what it is because there are certain fears and certain insecurities and things like that. That's why a lot of people don't do it. If it was that easy, everybody would do it. So you have to find what works for you and, get past those fears, get past the insecurities and just do the thing. Hey, how you doing? Pot calling the kettle black, right? But it's getting past it, it's getting beyond those things, pushing yourself forward and doing what makes you feel good, in a way that is mutually beneficial. This is not just pouring all of your energy out, but also making sure that you are receiving. Okay. So this can also be a matter of, some of y'all are not going to like when I say this, but this is also about getting paid for your work, getting paid for your efforts, putting a price tag on your stuff. If you give away everything for free, what do you have left? Nothing. Nothing. You can't give away everything for free because it's not working in your favor. It's not helping you. It's not benefiting you at all. Okay? Mm. There's a lot that comes through with these two, with this energy here. This Six of Coins, this is a matter of, it's like the literally the infinity symbol here where energy is going back and forth, you know? This energy is going back and forth as you pour, but it's coming back to you. You're receiving it back tenfold. So I don't know. I hope that helps somebody. I hope that makes, that makes some things clear here. I'm also seeing the 10 of coins. We got the 10 of coins here. I feel like this is about staying focused on your goals, staying focused on your dreams and what you desire, what you want to create in this life, what you are wanting to build in this life, and not settling for anything less. The 10 of coins is completely abundant and wealthy. This is generational wealth, okay? Staying focused on the prize, the goal. What are you creating for yourself, for your lineage? Like, what are you doing? Okay, when you keep your eye on the prize and you stay focused on this goal here, you don't allow anything else to come in and distract you from it. Okay, so this is maintaining your power in that way where, like, I'm focused on creating something here. I'm doing something here. I have I have a family that I have to take care of. I have something that I'm building, something that I'm doing. I can't allow these distractions. I'm sorry. I can't, and there's, excuse me for even saying that, because there's no need to apologize for this either. There's no need to apologize for it. This is what you're doing. This is what you're working on. This is what you need to do for yourself. There's no need to apologize for it. So scratch that. Hmm. Yeah, you're working on something massive and you're meant for more, okay? When you realize what you're meant to have and what you're meant to experience in this life, and you keep your eye on that vision, when you keep your mind on that vision, okay? You stop allowing certain things to distract you and deter you from moving forward, okay? And you realize more of like what you're meant for in this life. You start to acknowledge your power in a different way. Okay, so hold on to that. Hold on to that. You also start to realize that you the more you hold on to your own power, you stop giving away your power. The more power you have, and the more you're able to actually help other people. You can't help other people if you're broke. You can't help other people if you don't have anything, if you're not doing anything, if you're not going anywhere. You can't help anyone that way. So when you focus more on yourself and more on your own goals and getting to where you are headed, the more you accomplish, the more you achieve, the more you're able to give, the more you're able to do, the more you're able to help. And this actually makes you more powerful. The more you build up your coin, the more you build up your assets, your value, the more powerful you become in so many other ways. Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and end the reading here. I feel like that's a lot. Definitely drop in the comments if you had an aha moment here, something spoke to you or resonated with you. I'd love to know how so. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, definitely give this video a thumbs up. And if you want to see more from me, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and also hit the notification bell so you don't miss my future uploads. Okay, don't forget to join my mailing list so that you don't miss those updates. And of course, if you'd like to book a personal reading one-on-one with me, that link is also in the description, so we can dive into your personal energies and see what energy is surrounding you at this time. So I really appreciate you watching and for spending this time with me. Okay, always remember to keep yourself first. You are the center of your universe. Okay, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.